Imagine it's a cold winter's morning, around 20 degrees. You're walking to class. You have your hat on, your coat, your gloves, your shoes, just waiting to get into your warm classroom. Now imagine you're outside, chained up to a tree in the exact same weather. Sounds crazy, right? That is the reality for so many animals, and nothing is being done about it. My name is Devin Richardson, and I propose that we bring more attention to animal abuse cases to get them prosecuted. Animal abuse is not a rare occurrence. It is more common than you think. According to Petpedia, 35 animal abuse statistics written by Alexander Hubra on April 20th, 2022. Every 60 seconds, an animal is abused. The abuse is categorized into two types, passive cruelty and active cruelty. First is passive cruelty, which according to the Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation Animal Abuse, author unknown, last access on November 27, 2022, is more like neglect. The term neglect is an umbrella considering there are different types, such as lack of water, food, shelter, or proper veterinary care. Some people think neglect is not that serious, arguing that animals have to fend for themselves in the wild. But this isn't the wild. They are chained up in a backyard, which to me is unfair and cruel. Next is active cruelty, which is where the person implies malicious intent, or in other words, is purposefully applying physical abuse. This is severe abuse inflicted upon defensive animals with no true reasoning, and for the most part, it goes unnoticed. A baby being locked into a hot car makes the news headlines, but a dog does not get any attention or any authoritative action. In both cases, the victim is helpless, but for some reason, people tend to advocate more for the baby more than the dog, which I feel is unfair considering they are both living things too. Active cruelty is less common according to Pet Keen 20 Animal Abuse Statistics ran by Oliver Jones on September 28, 2022. But it's just as bad, if not worse. Trainers hitting their animals to get them to do a trick, or abusing an animal for something they did, such as chewing up a shoe or going to the bathroom in the house. They didn't know any better. If people can make mistakes, animals can too. This kind of abuse needs to be hit hard. Animal abuse needs to be cracked down on and prosecuted more. Most cases on animal abuse get overlooked. However, not all cases do. Just recently, a dog fighting ring was busted in South Carolina, according to the news article. U.S. News, 20 arrested, 300 dogs rescued in a dogfighting raid by Associated Press on September 26, 2022. The charges for abuse is a Class 1 misdemeanor for the first offense, and if they are charged again, it's bumped up to a Class 6 felony, which is most likely a fine, in some cases is jail time. This is due to the Animal Welfare Act, that is the primary federal protection law for animal abuse. Animal Legal Defense Fund, laws that protect animals, author unknown, last accessed on November 27, 2022. Most people tend to just pay the fine and walk away with no real consequences. So how can we get more cases prosecuted? Well, having a substantial proof and evidence is important to be able to present a case. This can be like videos or pictures or multiple eyewitnesses of this abuse occurring. The more people talk and post about a case, it puts a lot of pressure on the police to get it prosecuted faster and up the line. So in conclusion, I call upon my fellow students to post and to talk about cases. Put pressure on the police to bring these innocent animals justice. If you wouldn't want it to happen to your animals, why should it happen to any? Animals are not able to speak out against abuse, so it is up to us to be their voice and to advocate for their suffering. Thank you.